of pale green and gray. Nowhere in the suburbs, in the cold light of day. There in the midst of it, so alive and alone. Words support like bone. Dreaming of Mercy Street, where you're inside out. Dreaming of mercy.
Looking back to ancient history, same-sex relations have been highly evident and widely practiced by cultures of every kind. Most historians would agree that there have been evidences of homosexual activity dating back to the early Egyptian times. In some cultures, it has been normal for their gods and goddesses to practice homosexuality. They depicted their gods as homosexual and transgendered beings who had relations with anyone they wished to be with. There have been stories of same sexes falling in love, most especially among their kings and queens. With all the proof handed down to us, it cannot be denied that homosexuality has been accepted by our ancestors long before globalization took place. Globalization has helped the LGBT community in many ways. It helped inform the world of occurrences of anti-gay doings in some countries. One example is the discrimination of the LGBT community in Russia. Russia, being known for its anti-gay sentiments, has had atrocities done towards the gay community. Neo-Nazis were filmed lashing out on LGBT people. Gunmen tried to fire upon the most popular gay club in Moscow, and Ivan Okhlobystin, a famous Russian actor, wrote an open letter to President Putin about recriminalizing male homosexuality after stating that he wanted to burn gays alive, are evidences of the immense amount of hate the LGBT scene puts up within Russia. In lieu of this, the International Olympic Committee introduced an anti-discrimination clause to its host city contract because of the discrimination of the LGBT community, leading to the Sochi 2014 Winter Olympics. We interviewed random people and asked them about their thoughts and opinions regarding the LGBT community. Let us hear what they have to say.
I think it's alright because maybe some people have conservative minds, so they don't really look at that in a positive way. But now these people are open to it. Like, we respect different minds and different people. And then even in Korea before, there are many people, like even especially older generation, they're so opposed to it. But nowadays, people are getting open to it and they're respecting each other's opinion. So I have just okay.
Papanahon na para bigyan natin ng karapatan sila na pantay-pantay sa lahat ng mga bagay, sa mga rights nila, dahil pare-pareho lamang tayong may karapatan. So, about the lesbian, usong-uso na sa atin yun na ayon sa kanilang pamumuhay. Dahil yun,
I don't have any problems with the LGBT community. I think they have the right to express their own emotions and their own preferences. So I don't think there's anything wrong with what they're doing.
I have no issues against them because we are created by God equally. And we were given the freedom to express who we really are. And we should just accept them because it's their life. And we shouldn't judge them.
Para sa akin lang, sa opinion ko, parang hindi ako sang-ayon sa mga ganon. Dapat kung ano yung pinagkaloob sa kanila ng Diyos, dapat tanggapin nila. Huwag na silang magbago ng kasarian nila.
One of the most difficult things that the LGBT community is dealing with is the hate. And a lot of the members of the LGBT community suffers from this hate crime. This, I think, is one of the reasons why the Loudon murder occurred. The problem with gender identities, you expect persons to be either just a male or a female. And when you find out that they are not, you think that you have been fooled. But these people are just being themselves. They don't go around saying, hey, I'm gay, hey, I'm lesbian. You don't do that.
The voice of the LGBT community is that it's not that significant yet to create influence in the Philippines. While some citizens have already widely accepted the LGBT community, there are still many others who disapprove and discriminate them, misjudging the LGBT and treating them unfavorably and appallingly.
Samantala, hate crime, ganyan daw dapat tignan ng mga otoridad ang kaso ng pagpatay kay Jennifer Laude. Ayon sa grupong Ang Ladlad.
Such example is the case of a transgender woman, namely Jennifer Laude. It has been all over the news, and basically, anyone who watches it knows about it. Along with this case, came with 4 other gay people who had been murdered at around the same time by fellow Filipino citizens.
Higit sa lahat, hustisya, hindi lang kay Jennifer, kundi sa mga biktima ng diskriminasyon. Mga karapatang wala raw dapat pinipiling kasarian.
There have been many more cases regarding LGBT discrimination and abuse, and they hardly ever stop these days. Do citizens believe that they deserve to be treated like this? Let us find out.
It is really saddening knowing the fact that she was raped and killed by the US Marine, and it is really pitiful for her parents because they lost her.
Dapat hindi siya pinatay ng foreigner. Dapat pinaalis niya na lang doon sa tinutuluyan nilang kondo o hotel man yun. Kasi hindi, kahit bakla yun, matino namang bakla siguro yun si Jennifer dahil nakakatulong naman yun sa magulang niya.
Actually, there's nothing wrong if you're transgender or not, for as long as you don't commit any crime and for as long as you don't offend anyone.
I don't think that the consequences that Pemberton experienced from what happened justifies him taking the life of another person.
Fair dahil sa Pilipinas, sa ating bansa, pare-pareho naman tayo, may karapatan tayo mabuhay na sang-ayon sa atin. Ang pagpatay sa kanya bilang transgender ay hindi ako sang-ayon. Dapat nirespeto niya pa rin kung ano yung dapat katauhan niya.
We were able to interview several people who are part of the LGBT community. We asked them personal questions concerning the acceptance of their families, peers, and random acquaintances regarding their sexual orientation, the treatment of other people towards them, as well as their current status in the society.
Not yet, kasi di ko alam yung magiging reaction ng parents ko once magkamot ako. But I'm prepared when that time comes.
Parang hindi na kailangan kasi ever since nung pinanganak naman ako, tanggap nila ako, then wala akong discrimination sa kanila na natanggap na bawal ganito, bawal ganyan. Actually, yung mom ko, tinuturoan niya pa ako mga pang-girl like cross-stitch, ba tawag dun sa isa, ganchilyo, gano'n. Never ako nakapaglaro sa labas ng bata ko. Dalawa lang kami ng brother ko, pero ako, lagi ako nasa kusina, lagi ako kasama yung mother ko.
No, pero inuunti-unti ko sila na pinaparamdam na ganito akong tao na yung gender ko, yung sexuality ko.
Yes. I talked to my mom with Facebook actually because she's not here. She's overseas and she reacted fine, or she reacted fabulously because she said that it was something she already knew.
Siguro yung being judged by, I guess, everyone sa school.
Mostly discrimination lang. Not to my family, pero sa other people.
Pag niyayakap ko yung mga girl kong classmate, aasarin nila ako na may gusto ko dyan, ganyan.
Society is first.
Hindi ko kailangan na i-solve yun eh. Kasi para sa akin, kailangan mo lang maging ikaw. respeto lang ang kailangan doon. Kapag binuli ka nila or discriminate ka nila, then respect them. Then suddenly, somehow, ma-realize nila, you also need to be respected.
Basta may pakita ko lang yung true colors ko, okay na, masaya na ako.
You just have to explain yourself a lot and be patient with people. Even if they don't really understand you, you just have to be calm and you have to keep your head, just be okay with people.
Hindi, kasi sa tingin ko naman, may mga tao naman na tanggap ka na siya.
Actually, parang para sa akin kasi, lahat ng tao equal lang. Sa akin, hindi naman naging hard talaga na, kasi unang-una, tanggap ako ng parents ko, ng family ko. So, hindi ako nahirapan.
Hindi naman may iwasan sa mga katulad namin na ma-judge or masaktan dahil sa sinasabi nila. Pero para sa akin, ang gusto ko lang may pakita namin yung tunay namin na gender.
Before, yes, because they often call me a certain gender that clearly I'm not. So it is very hard because they have labels and gender stereotypes. Now, since there's a lot of advocacies, it is easier to be out.
Pwede or hindi. Kasi may mga taong accepted ka, may mga taong hindi. Hindi mo maiiwasan na may mga taong hindi ka tanggap. Pero I think sa mga panahon ngayon, lamang siguro yung tanggap ka.
Right now, in the Philippines, they are not. In our society, not really. Because they think they know what transgender mean, and they often correct transgender people of how to be transgender themselves and telling them that what you are is not transgender, you're being like this. Or they tell you that you are just being a gay guy, or you're just being a lesbian, but that's wrong.
Siguro hindi na. Maraming tao na rin na pretty accepted yung mga katulad na pretty accepted yung mga LGBT na mga tao. So siguro depende na lang sa tao yung kung tatanggapin niya yung taong bilang ganun or hindi.
Para sa akin, still the same as before. Ngayon lang kasi mas maraming nag-out.
Para sa akin, big deal pa rin sa ibang tao yung mga LGBT na yan. Kasi naibabalita pa rin sa news na may namamatay dahil transgender sila. At nababalitaan pa rin na bawal daw yung marriage na pares, na same yung gender nyo.
Right now, I can say it's being the normal. Gradually, very, very slowly. Very slowly. Because right now, people are trying to educate more people. It really depends on where you are and the people who's around you, who you're talking to. Because some transgender people often just wants to be stealth. Transgender people do not feel safe, not just physically, even emotionally, because most people just like to judge them and won't respect them as much if they were straight or if they were biologically male or female.
One time, kasi yung mga pisan ko, nagyakag sa akin mag-republic. Ngayon, nakita nila through internet lang yung na everyone's allowed. Pero wala nakasulat dun sa site na hindi pwede ang nakapapis babae ang isang lalaki. Yan ang gano'n. You need a passport or ID para lang doon. At kailangan no. Then nagpunta kami doon one time. Ang daming tao pumapasok, so nakapila ako. Then hiningian ako ng ID kasi naka-book kasi doon. Nung nakita ang name ko is for a guy's name. Tinignan ako ng guard, hindi raw ako pwede pumasok kasi nakapang-girl ako. So, hindi na ako nag-question. Pero, ang nag-ano lang sa guard is yung mga pisan ng girls. Sabi niya, bakit hindi pwede? Wala kayong sinabi sa site nyo na hindi pwede ang ganito, kailangan may dress code. Walang ganon. So, sabi ko, wag na, tama na. Wag na natin ipaglaban pa yun. It's okay. Sige, pasok kayo, wait ko na lang sa labas. Pero, nagkasabi lang, hindi. Sige, gusto ko lang, kasi bago lang kasi Republic that time. So, sabi nila, kalahati natin papasok. Then, paglabas namin, titingnan namin yung place. Then, paglabas, sige, sama-sama na tayo. Uwi na tayo. Kasi, baga parang nasa akin, hindi mo kailangan pang questionin ko. Ayaw nila, fine. Ayaw nila. Hindi ko walan sa akin.
Siguro man, I mean, sa ngayong panahon, di naman na importante yung sexuality mo when it comes to work.
Dati, oo. Let's say, siyempre, nagkakaroon ng edad ang isang gay. Kailangan niya na mag-work. Sa Jollibee, hindi pwede. Lalo na sa McDonald's, hindi pwede kung gay ka. Hindi pwede. Kahit na ikaw itsura ng lalaki, hindi pwede yun. Kapag tomboy kasi hindi naman nahalata, mostly. Kasi sometimes, ang lesbian, mahaba pa rin ang buhok, hindi kita. So mostly sa mga gays ang ang nahihirapan. Pero ngayon, ang dami ko nakita ang mga manager na, di ba? Okay na, no problem kung ano ang gender mo.
Sa tingin ko, hindi. Kasi hindi naman nakadepende yung work ko sa gender ko. Basta, as long na ginigive ko yung best ko sa ginagawa kong work.
The Philippines is said to be one of the most gay-friendly countries in the world, ranking 10 among the 17 countries which had majority of the population believe that homosexuality should be accepted in the community. A survey entitled The Global Divide on Homosexuality was conducted in 2013, and it depicted that 73% of Filipino adults believe and agree that homosexuality should be accepted in the society, as compared to 2002's results when only 64% agreed to the statement. Meanwhile, the LGBT community does not believe so, because in their opinion, they are not being accepted at all. Jonas Bagas, Executive Director of TLF Share Collective, stated that what the society accepts are gay entertainers or the popular lesbian singers. Unless you're one of those, you have a huge chance of being discriminated and humiliated for being homosexual. Thankfully, the LGBT community is not alone in facing their problems. While lesbians, gays, bisexuals, as well as transgender men and women bravely fight their battles against the judgmental and the hypercritical who are disapproving of their sexual orientation, there have been many organizations being started whose mission is to act as a global voice of the misjudged and misunderstood. Such examples are the ILGA, IGLHRC, IGLYO, and Transman Pilipinas. All of these organizations aim to promote gender equality and protect human rights for the LGBT community, give support to this group of people, as well as work their way towards achieving freedom and justice to the said community. They hope to guide the LGBT in identifying themselves as who they really are, in expressing their opinions without discrimination of other people, and in improving the lives of those who have been abused, rejected, and neglected, all because of their sexual orientation.
I am Micah.
I am Kevin.
I am Ika.
Hi, I'm Josh.
I'm proud to be.
And I'm proud to be an
I'm proud to be a
And I'm a proud
lesbian,
LGBT.
bisexual,
transgender man.